Hey guys, my name is Esperchova and welcome to a different kind of video on the channel today. So today we are playing, or not really playing, this is a post recording, but I'm going to give you a review of the game Rebuild 2. So in essence, it's a zombie defense game where you try to rebuild a city, and this is basically the starting screen, January 17th, 2014. You get to almost, I guess you could kind of say, create your own character, even though you don't really play as them in the game. So I played this game for about 2.5 hours, and I've condensed it down to what I'm hoping is going to be fewer than 20 minutes of recording, because it really, I don't think you guys will want to see like 2.5 hours of this game. So I kind of just picked out the best bits, so I guess it's a Rebuild 2 highlights compilation, if you will. So I chose to name my man Shaggy over here, so using only a little small portion of my power to actually name him that. And of course, when I saw a dog, I immediately had to go for that, because now we had Scooby and we had Shaggy together. So then you hit continue, and then you get to rename your city. I decided to call it Robloxville because I am incredibly unfunny and have no original sense of humor. Then you can change to a smaller typical city. I changed to typical because that was the just the default one. And then you can change the difficulty, which is either pretty easy, kind of tough, challenging, seriously hard, or impossible. So I chose kind of tough because I was new to the game and I didn't really know how to play. So then I actually got into it. Hit continue there, loading. This is pretty much the tutorial of the whole thing, and it's a pretty simple game. The graphics are not the most fantastic thing you'll see in your life, obviously, but the game concept is incredibly well done, and all in all, it's an extremely well executed game. And considering the fact that this is made quite a while ago, and I'm just getting to play it now, I was quite happy with how the final product turned out in this game. So you can see you go by days. So in essence, it's kind of like a turn-based game. So like, I guess you could say you get to do your stuff, and then the enemies get to attack. And I guess you could call them enemies. Obviously, there's other people who are in danger, and then there's also the zombies, obviously. So not right now. This is just the very, very basic tutorial. This is probably first 5-10 minutes of me playing. I was kind of just getting the ropes of the game, but as I went on during the game, I got much better. There's Shaggy and Scooby right there. We got Lars Armstrong, Sergeant Martin, Tiff Lewis, who is a crucial person for us throughout the entirety of the game, as well as Rob Johnston is as well. Those two, you're gonna want to keep an eye on them, because they are two people that make it incredibly far in this game. So then we went on to this, which is the baseball bat. It is the only weapon I found in the entirety of my playthrough, a baseball bat. And I did end up giving it to Tiff Lewis, so she became an insanely good fighter during this run. As you're going to see here in just a few seconds, I'm going to give it to her, and there she is. She already has an attack of 2, and then we get on to the very first zombie attack. So these can happen at random times. As you can see there, defense 29, zombies 20. It definitely is not the case where if your defense is lower than the zombies can still not actually get into the base, because I don't know why, don't ask me, didn't really know what was going on. First, another survivor arriving there, Private Jones. She's also here for a very long time. We reclaimed a police station, which is one of the first buildings that I reclaimed, but Sergeant Martin unfortunately falls to an illness when he was scouting one of the gas stations, so that mission is then canceled. Rare little bit of handing outness there from some random survivors, and then we did get some new recruits, Angel Doyle and Camilla Nguyen, and then 2 new recruits there. You could barely see them, didn't really see who their names were. And then we keep going on here. You see, this is the first experience I have with the Love Caravan, which is, I guess, is the strip club, but like a little fun time for all the guys that are there, or a girl. No, I'm not judging. And then we did recruit Riley Evans, and then Captain Garcia and Diego Wilson also joining our ranks. So we were up to a maximum 14 out of 14 people, but then we kept expanding, so it became 14 out of 16 at day 33, and we had quite a quite a good little base going on here. You can see the helipad. We actually finally did get the helipad. I was trying to get that for so long, and I don't know exactly on, but we did claim it at some point. And if you have played the game, you know what happens to the helipad. It's pretty stupid, but you know, what can you do? It's pretty sure it's programmed into the game for that to always happen, but I don't know that for a fact. So we just keep chugging on along. We do almost have a church there, and then I do send some more people out for that. Unfortunately, Captain Garcia almost dies there, and the Last Judgment Gang, they are the most annoying thing you will come across in this game probably. They constantly steal all of your food, but good news here, Professor Freeman completed our research, so now we are better at killing zombies, which is probably one of the best decisions that I made in this game. In addition to that, we are now 15 city blocks large, and we got an XXOR gas station reclaimed, and we also reclaimed a hospital. So it was really good at that point. However, a mysterious scientist showed up named I Brilomahenengengo. don't even know. Actually, don't even know. He just scared to our lab and locked himself in there and never came out. He didn't benefit this at all. Since here, Angel Doyle becomes a very twisted priest of some sort. So we literally never saw him again at all. And then there we go. This is what I was talking about, the helipad. We did claim it. However, there was a sabotage and the helicopter exploded. So now that was one of our routes of escape, now completely destroyed before our very eyes. Last Judgment Gang does break into our base, and they did kill Captain Garcia, canceling our mission at the mall, which sucks even more. And then we went on a manhunt for the helicopter saboteur. Whatever. But Professor Freeman, so we tried to interrogate him, but we ended up killing him. And that was a complete waste. So the man who literally did a lot for us trying to help us out, and we just kind of killed him. We did reclaim the field, so maybe that's good news. Not really. But then we found a wolf, and his name, we found a dog, and his name was Rolf. We got named Rolf at least. So there's some more scavenging for supplies, but the main thing there was we got another dog in addition to Scooby-Doo that we already do have. And then probably the funniest thing that I saw this entire time was the jet fuel flamethrower. Angel Doyle lost his eyebrows, that stupid priest who literally doesn't do anything for us the entire time. He did build a farm though. And then this was really weird. I was kind of shocked at this point. Private One-Eye Jones. So Private Jones loses an eye trying to set off fireworks. I thought she died at first, but she didn't, which is okay. So now she only had one eye. And then Dia de los Muertos comes up, Day of the Dead, and minus 30 food, plus 10 happiness. But literally nothing happens. You just put the food on for decoration, which I can understand because that's how Dia de los Muertos works. And recruitment success, we got Butch Williams and Duke the Turk. So two very interesting characters there, as you can see. That's two new people. Diego Wilson also being sent into the big farm that we did get. So now we're going to have a fantastic food supply, more than we already do have. And now this is one of the ways that you can win the game. You need a city hall. So you can rewrite a constitution from the city hall. And that's one of the many ways that you can end the game. And then the most heartbreaking news, even though the dog is called Muffet in the game, I called him Scooby-Doo, and Shaggy's dog Scooby-Doo has died, and we gave him a proper burial, did not let our weird-ass scientist get a hold of him. But the good news is we reclaimed a church and got another church. Turned a old McNoodles into a free church, so I guess that's good. And during a zombie attack during one of the suburbs, we did lose one of our people there, Butch. And then Private One-Eye Jones, I don't know why you would want her to join your little gang of prostitutes, but I denied that, obviously, because she was a really good soldier for us. And then we got even more people. Will Henderson, who I thought was wearing chainmail at first. I still don't really know what he's wearing. It's like a... I just don't even know. I thought it was like a kind of hijab. We don't know. I'm sorry if that's culturally insensitive. And then Shaggy died. Shaggy died. Our character, who we made at the very beginning, died. He died. That's it. So now Scooby-Doo and Shaggy are both dead. Surprised Shaggy didn't use 100% of the power to try and keep himself alive, but you know what? Oh well. So this was the turning point in the game for me. Day 89, Route to the Last Judgment 8Q, and the City Hall got reclaimed. So now I could either decide to attack the Last Judgment or rewrite a constitution, but I wasn't getting those people free enough, so you know what? I thought, screw it. Let's attack the Last Judgment, and so we did, and we also got the help of the Rifts. So, now, there's that Shaggy died news again. I don't think he actually died before. I think I was just reading off nonsense, but here you go. More deaths. Because of the fact that we committed so many people forward to try and kill the Last Judgment, we had a lot of casualties. Tiff Lewis, who was with us since the beginning, died there. But good news is the War with the Last Judgment is going well, so we're having to make some sacrifices. And then a zombie attack. The fort held. However, Duke the Turk was injured, and we did have some more run-ins with hordes. They were now coming every single day because of the fact that we were pretty much reaching the end game at this point. And there's another horde, as you can see. So I literally committed everybody to try, and this is another way that you can win the game. Defeat the Last Judgment so that you can save the city for the time being. And that's the route that I choose to take. And Nikolai Carmel dies there, so yet another death. But, you know, we're still holding up. Nothing happened today, which is the first time in an extremely long time that I actually saw that. And then, this is pretty much the end cutscene here. All of us, lightning strikes all the rain, and there's all the Last Judgment. All of them are bloodied and dead. On May 3rd, 2014, the 18 surviving citizens of Robloxville vanquished the evil Last Judgment gang, put an end to their merciless raids and mistreatment of women. The city was finally safe again, which then brings us to the conclusion of the game, guys. That was the last action. That's how I won the game. On day 102, I finally beat it. A final score of 128,480, and you can see there's all the statistics. Feel free to pause and just look at any of them if you want to. We did finish on day 102 in Robloxville, as I did already say. Shaggy and Scooby-Doo also both did die, which is quite depressing, but you know what? It was worth it because we did end up winning the game. And now we just go through some of the survivors. So we got Diego Wilson, Isadora Kabuto, who I don't actually remember. I also don't remember Chastity Jensen or Honey Yu. But the majority of these actually, I'm pretty sure, came from either the Rifts or they came as prisoners from the Last Judgment. So Private One-Eyed Jones, we got Riley Evans, Duke the Turk Gumphrey, Nikolai Carmel, who actually didn't die, Maddie Smith, Bambi Diaz, Rob Johnston, Alice Lee, Angel Doyle, Camilla Nguyen, Alan King, Will Henderson, and the most useless person ever, Dr. Brila Hanenko. I butchered that probably. There's Shaggy there. Unfortunately, he died. Lars Armstrong, who was the very first person to die in the series. Or series, I guess, this one episode. Sergeant Martin, Captain Garcia, Fatima Phoenix, who was a great person, as well as Tiff Lewis was also incredibly helpful, and then we killed Professor Freeman. So, all in all, this was one of probably my top 3 favorite games I've ever played on, like, a browser. So, I do highly recommend that you go and try this out. There are so many different, like, combination of things that you can do, and all in all, it's just a fantastic game that I highly recommend that you should go and do. More zombies content will be following soon, but until then, guys, I've been Astrotrova. Subscribe, like, turn on post notifications, and I will see you guys next time.